This is Higher Maths. It's paper 2003, non-calculator paper, question 12. Okay, we've to simplify 3 log 2e to the base e minus 2 log 3e to the base e, expressing the answer in the form of a plus log b to the e minus log c to the base e, where a, b and c are whole numbers. Okay, so I've got whole numbers that should be sitting in here. Right, let's go ahead and try and work this one through. And what I'll be doing is I'll be starting with this part here. Let's go for it. Minus 2, that's log e 3e. Okay, so this is the question starting off. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to use the law of logs, where the powers can move up to the top here. So the 3 from there can move up to a power. So what I've got is log e, and that will be 2e to the power of 3 minus, and that's going to be log e, and that's 3e bracketed to the power of 2. Okay. What I'll then use is I'll use the next law of logs, and what that will be is if I'm subtracting logs, I can gather them together under the 1. So I'll gather them together under the 1. If it's a minus, I'm going to be a subtraction. What I'll do is I'll just divide them. That's 3, and on the bottom there I've got 3e, and that will be to the power of 2. Okay, that's what I've got. Right, so that's not looking like this yet, but what we can do is we can gather things up a bit further. Right, so what I'll do next is I'll cube this part, and I'll square this part here. So what I've got is I've got log as base e, and on the top there I've got to cube the number and the letter that I have there. So I've got, let's see, it's going to be 8e cubed all over, and I'm squaring this, so it'll be 9e squared. Okay. From there, what I'll do is I'll cancel out the e's that I can, so I'm going to just be left with e on the top there. So what I have is log is base e, and we've got 8e over 9. Right, what I'll do now to try and get it back into this form here is I'll do the opposite of what I did from this move to there. I'll just unravel that a bit, and I'll put it in as 2 separate logs. Okay, so that'll be log, and I've got, it's a base e, and that's going to be 8e, and it's going to be subtracting the log base e, and that's going to be 9. So that's starting to work out a bit better for us here. Right, what I've got here now is I've got 2 things that are getting multiplied together there, and what I'll do is I'll separate them out into logs as well, and it'll be 2 separate logs added together. So what I have here is I've got log space e 8, and I'm going to add on the log, well, it's going to be e to the base e, and that's going to be minus log 9 base e. From there, what I can do is I've just got one more step to do really. What I'll do is this part here, anything to its same base is going to be equal to 1. So this part here is just all going to be equal to 1. So what I have here is log 8 BC, and I've got plus 1, that's going to be minus log 9 BC. And all I'm going to do now is just rearrange it from this form here into that order. So I've got the number plus a log. So this number here plus that log, so it's going to be equal to 1 plus log e to the 8, that's 8, minus log 9 base e. And that would be my final answer there. Right, marks for this question. We've got 4 marks to give, and I'll give 1 mark here for using the power law first of all. I'll give 1 more mark for, let's go in for using that law as well, gathering them together there. 1 mark for this part here, sorting them out a bit, and finally getting them into the correct order would give us our 4 marks for this question here.